Hello, it's good morning as I'm filming this. I'm going to go over client conundrums, the issues that we have been dealing with over the week, and I hope that you enjoy. The first one is awareness. How can I be more aware of something that maybe I'm struggling with? What exactly am I struggling with? And awareness normally comes down to how well are you listening? And sometimes how well are you listening to the universe? And when I say listening, there's so many different types of listening. There's listening to yourself, listening to your body, listening to others, listening to the events that happen. Normally, the universe is trying to make you aware of something that you would like to change. It's just a matter of if you listen. So, next, what should you do when you trip up on your resolution? Everybody, everybody has bad days. Everybody is, I don't want to do this today, or you forget, or you run out of time. That's okay. The biggest thing that I can recommend from a habit formation specialist is don't get so down on yourself. If you keep adding pressure and adding weight to something that's already adding a little bit of weight, right? Like you're already doing something that you're not used to, you don't have the framework built yet. If you add on more weight by being really down on yourself and negative self-talk, it's going to be harder and harder to get back. So be okay with a slip up every once in a while. That's life. Next, personal narrative. Not blank this type of person. So I'm not a morning person, let's say. And that's actually one that hits close to me, being in the bar restaurant industry for a long time. I always told myself, I'm just not a morning person. And if I constantly tell myself, I'm just not a morning person, how do I ever expect to wake up in the morning, chipper, ready to go, like it's Christmas? If I continuously tell myself something, that's what I'm going to believe. It turns out I'm whatever person, time of day that I work up or wake up, that's the type of person that I am. You, you throughout the years have created this narrative that you start to believe. And that is an important thing to be aware of how we talk to ourselves and like statements like, I am not blank type of person. Because you can be whatever type of person that you want to be. You just have to change that narrative. Next, relationship stress affecting your own personal goals. In other words, the person that's closest to you may not be as supportive, may not be as understanding as you may like. In scenarios like this, I encourage somebody to take personal responsibility in the communication that goes into describing what it is that you're trying to do and the importance of it. Nobody wants you to fail. Nobody wants you to not succeed in what you're trying to do, whatever your resolution is. Your significant other wants you to be happy. It's just that there's a lack of communication and probably an amount of change that's happening in their life, and they may not understand it. So really try to communicate the importance of what it is that your resolution, whether let's say it's lose weight as an example. Well, if you're eating healthier, you're going to the gym, that's going to affect your significant other's life, right? You probably eat together. That's time that's taken away from the significant other. So explain why it's important and see if you can get them involved. Next, EQ versus IQ. So everybody's heard of IQ, how intelligent you are, right? Well, emotional quotient is how well you deal with emotion. EQ is a much more significant indicator of success than IQ is. In fact, 66% more likely to indicate success in a career than IQ. The weird thing is that very few people talk about emotions. talk about emotional quotient. For me, it's the most important thing. And normally my way to talk about EQ is communication. Communication with yourself, communication with your coworkers, communication in relationships, understanding what you're actually communicating through your body language, through your facial expressions, through your tone of voice. Understanding all these things is a nice path into understanding your emotions. Another way to put it, I think, is understanding how you feel towards a person while you're communicating with them and how that feeling can disrupt what you're actually trying to say. It's very hard when you're angry to communicate something of joy to someone. Like, if you're angry about something, it might not even be towards that person, but in general, how do you give a attaboy when you're at work? There's something to think about. Okay, is smoking bad? Or really, is anything inherently bad? And the answer to the first question is maybe. Smoking is bad if you're putting a lot of weight on health. And you should. I mean, without health, you have no time, and time is really the only asset that we have. That being said, there's a good social, I've never smoked, so I don't know, but there's a good social aspect. There's a stress relief aspect to smoking. And yes, that comes at a price, your health. However, it is important to know that those things are there. It's not inherently bad. Now, am I encouraging you to smoke? Absolutely not. It's awful for your health. There's a million studies. Everybody knows that. However, if you choose to smoke, you're not a bad person. It's not inherently bad. So I think that's an important note. Last but not least, Christmas trees. When is the appropriate time to bring down your Christmas tree? So my girlfriend and I, we have maybe differing opinions on it. As of now, it's January 9th, and I'm starting to wonder, when is this Christmas tree going to come down? She wants to make it a Valentine's Day tree, an Easter tree, a 4th of July tree. I think she just wants it up year round. Also, do you guys name your Christmas tree? Like, do you have a name for it? Our name this year was Totoro. If you don't know who Totoro is, Google it. It's what our tree looked like. That is about it as far as things that we went over this week. I hope that these videos are helpful, and I look forward to making them next week. See ya.